Welcome to the check-in this week. I'm Kelsey. I'm going to take off my mask because I'm away from my coworkers and I'm filming myself so you can hear me and see me a little bit better. This week we are going to be celebrating Pollinator Week, and we'll be celebrating by doing a hive inspection in our apiary. An apiary is a place where we keep beehives, and we're going to be talking about different honeybee types and life stages. We'll show you some honeybee products and talk about the essential services that they provide us as humans. And so I'm gonna get suited up and show you guys the apiary. Okay, so I'm all suited up. I've got my bee suit with this veil. The veil has this mesh so that I can see, but it also prevents the bees from flying around my head and my face. I also have these nice leather gloves to keep my hands safe when I'm working in the beehives. So this is our Lynx Trough beehive, and you can see the girls are zooming in and out of their front door. Their front door is this gap at the very bottom, and this is where they fly in and out of their hive. So on this frame we have brood. Brood is another word for babies. I'm going to come closer to the camera so you can see what the brood looks like. So in the honeycomb that they've built, the queen has come and laid eggs in each of these little cells, and then the larva is fed nectar and pollen, and then once the larva gets big enough, the bees cap over it, and the bees change from a larva, which looks like a little white worm, into an adult bee with wings and legs like you see crawling around on this frame. And most of these bees are worker bees, which means that they are female. They forage, they feed the babies, they build the hive. And so they do most of the work, which is why you see mostly worker bees on this frame. Here's a drone. Drone bees are the male bees, and they're much bigger. As you can see, there's our drone bee right there. Drone bees don't have stingers, so they can't sting you. Their eyes and their antenna are twice as long as the worker bees, so they're kind of like the hive senses. They go around and they can see better and they can smell better than the worker bees, so they kind of work as the hive senses. Okay, we've spotted the queen. She's really fast. She has a very long abdomen. She lays all the eggs in the hive and makes every single one of these honeybees. There she is. I'm gonna go put her back so she's nice and safe. The bees are protecting her and sensing her and kind of following her around because they want to keep her safe and they take care of her. You can see they're very interested in my pointer finger pointing at her. Here is a frame of honeycomb. As you can see, the bees have stored the nectar, capped it off, and then the water evaporates out to leave honey. Honey is good for sicknesses, and it's also good for burns. It's also really delicious sweetener made by bees from flowers. You can see how you can extract the honey from the honeycomb. Yum, I can't wait to put this in my tea. Beeswax is another product that bees make. We can use the wax to make candles or to make salves or lotions for our skin. Thank you for joining our check-in this week. We learned about the parts of a hive and how it works. We learned about bee products. And it's also important to remember that bees provide us an important service. They pollinate our food that we like to eat. Crops like blueberries, almonds, apples, peaches, melons, cucumbers, squash. A lot of the healthy food that we like to eat is pollinated by honeybees. And so it's important for us to remember to take care of the honeybees and to appreciate all of the work that they do for us. Right behind me we see a type of slender mountain mint that is feeding all sorts of pollinators. And I hope you guys enjoy your pollinator week. I hope you'll enjoy story time with Miss Tarnisha on Friday. She'll be reading a book about bees. And so I hope you'll join her on Friday morning. Thanks for joining our check-in. Have a good week.